Hello everyone, this is Isabella with Ecom Product Finders by Ritz Momentum. For those of you that have never heard about me, I am an expert about the product research, development, and validation, primarily in US market. And today I want to walk you through SellerSprite tool that probably you've never heard about at least from me. So this tool is great because it's an aggregate where you can find PPC spend, you can do the product research, you can look at the keywords, and the best part that you can do it for free for all 30 days if you will follow the link below. But before you do this, let me share the screen and let's see how this thing works. So I pulled up the very simple product. I just put hammock into the search, and because I don't want any of you to fall in love with an idea I will be going over, because this is just an example and this idea of course is not validated. But let's just take a look how SellerSprite works. So if we guys will take a look at the app, and we will be going over the extension today. So we have here the keyword hammock, and we have brand rank, we have searches, and now we have so many buttons. So let's go over them. First, we can click analyze, and we will be able to generate the example based on at least 100 products that are on page one. Now we can go over the keyword mining, and if I will click here, you will see what will happen next. So now I have the keywords for and for example, hammock or with misspelling keywords, which is extremely important if you are planning to target the keywords for your product, and you want to get some sales and win against your competitors. For example, hammock has 2,644 searches a month, and now you're able to see amount of impressions you can have and amount of potential sales you can get from this specific keyword for your product. More than, you can also see the amount of sponsored ASINs that are trying to advertise their product for this specific keyword. You also have in one spot, you have the access to your potential spend. For example, the keyword hammock, you will be targeting at $2 versus hammock, you will be targeting at 0.50 cents, right? So you can also have a perspective here based on the keywords, based on the amount you're planning to spend for PPC, and you also have filters. So how you're going to work with those? So for example, if you want to do the product research and validate this specific product from the page one, because you really don't know, is it a good idea or bad idea? But this idea just came into your head and like, oh my God, I'm in summer, so people want hammocks. I personally do want one. So now you want to see how many strong and weak competitors are out there. So you're going into filters, and we have so many of those here. Also, you're able to lift this page a little bit, so you just drag it on top if you want to have it on the full page. So you're going into the filter, so you have filter 30 days units sold, 30 days revenue, 30 days variation sold. I prefer to look over the ASIN first before I will dive into the specific variation. You can look at the BSR. I usually don't pay much attention here because I'm paying attention to the price sold, at my ratings, because I do want to see if I am able even to compete on this market. So let's start going one by one. So do we want to be in a market where we can sell at least 200 units a month? I would say yes. So price point, you guys already follow me forever. I hate cheap products. I never go over cheap products. So I want to sell products that will actually make me some money. So I will put price in here like $59. Of course, I have to understand that I'm analyzing product at the moment that does have this potential to be sold at least at $59 or up. And now I have number of ratings. I'm not paying attention here and not putting any filters for the minimum ratings or maximum, because I want to see if I even will be able to compete across the small sellers or like new sellers / new listings. So number of ratings I will put here to 50 because it's not a lot. And if someone is already selling 200, 600 units and they're under 250 reviews, it means I can do better, and I probably have a potential to do that as well. So we can also do with the new ratings. I will avoid this for now. You can do filters, and I've never seen it any other tool this before. You can do amount of Q&As. You can have amount of FBA sellers, gross margin, variations, sellers. You can input so many different filters here that will actually help you out with your product research and understanding what is going on the market. You also can include and exclude certain keywords. So for example, you don't want this product to be targeted for the keyword handmug that is misspelled, or vice versa. Or maybe you don't want to have keyword summer, or you want to have the keyword fall for some certain reasons. So you can do that as well. When I'm doing initial product research, I never use this specific filters, but for your ID, you just have it. I just want you to know that you have it. Fulfillment, I would put FBA because that's my primary one, and I kind of don't want to have here Amazon. So I will just make sure I have FBA here. Come on, let's do that. And now I have it in the listing. So now status, if I want to do one, I would probably put all because I want to have them all available. And publication date, if I want to have an idea what will happen to me after under 2 years of selling, I would put this here as well, and I will click save. So now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 results. So now I have 6 sellers / 6 listings that are selling with under 250 reviews, over 200 units a month, and over $59 per unit. And all these guys, just letting you know, are selling in hundreds. Oh, no, actually 100,000, 95,000, 30,000, 1,600 units sold, 164,000, 68,000, 52,000. So that's a pretty good amount. So this is where I already have a perspective of the product if I want to go and dive into this product whatsoever. Now, the next thing I want to get your attention, guys, is the reverse ASIN. So for example, you can grab an ASIN, and let me just pull it down for a little bit. And I want to grab, let's say, this ASIN, right? And I will pull it back, and I will just include this ASIN right here. So now we will see what happens. So now I have ASINs, I have keywords for this ASIN, and I have an idea what is going on the back end of this product. So I have keyword hammock, highly researched. I have a click share, and if you don't understand what every specific definition means, you can always scroll there, click to the unknown title or wording, and you will always be able to find out what it means. So now I have highly searched brand ads keywords, video ad keywords, sponsored campaigns AdWords, and I have distribution of the keywords, organic versus ads. So now I have today's ranking is proportion 10 versus 46. And now I have search sponsored campaigns #1, and I have page 1. They have 1 out of 72 showing products. This product that I'm reverse engineering right now, based on the keywords, they are showing for the keyword hammock. So same goes to other keywords that you can go and scroll over, and you can analyze all these keywords as well. Keep in mind, you can always click more keywords, and you will be able to go into the actual app of the SellerSprite and do deeper validation and dive into the product way more in depth. But I am not going over the web app today. I'm going over the extension. This is something I really want you to guys pay attention, because it's mind-blowing. More than this extension is not slowing down your Chrome, which is a big deal, because I personally use so many different apps when I am doing product analytics and product validation, and all these apps together, if especially with Zoom, it's slowing it down. With SellerSprite, it works perfectly fine. Again, you can have access to 30 days for free under this video, and this app, this tool costs probably 20 times less than any other app on the market. So I highly recommend you guys to at least check this out. So now the next thing I want you to take a look is the keyword mining. right? So what it means, now we have keywords, now we have relevancy of the keywords, now we have searches, we have title density. And if you guys follow me for a while, you already know that I do pay attention for title density, because if I want to be ranked for the specific keyword, I have to understand if I do have a lot of competitors that are trying to kill each other and cut the throat to be on a page one or be in sponsored campaign for this specific keyword. That's why I'm always looking if there is any opportunities, for example, hammocks for outside. This keyword has 42,000 searches, right? And if I want to understand if this is consistent search or if this search by any chance has some drop, because I don't want to go after the keyword that has only 3-month search, right? I do want to go after the keyword that is actually consistent and will be evergreen for my product if this is something I'm looking for. So now I have weekly and I have monthly trend that I can analyze for the keyword. And for you, like if you want to understand this better, we also have, as you can tell here, different colors. So you can see searches, you can see units sold, you can see purchase rate, and you can see brand rank as well. So now the Amazon brand acquisition, right? So now what do we see here? From the year of 2020, the purchase rate was actually pretty good. The purchase rate for this keyword was 8.77%, which, as you already know, it means market is very satisfied with this product. It's probably not a good idea to go into this market just because there is market satisfaction. There is not a lot of things you can do unless you will invent something crazy that nobody's seen in the past yet. So now you have 57 searches, pretty consistent. We do have drop in 2023 during the fall, and we do have very bad drop in 2024 during the fall again. So you do have, you can find out here that actually this product, of course, is not evergreen because it's hammock. But at the same time, you probably can make a bank with this type of the products over the period of time when it's in trend, right? When it's in season, and then you can move on to the different product. Depends on your strategy. You can see here Google Trends. You can see click concentration. What it means, you have several products here that are competing for the certain keywords. And for example, and this is absolutely incredible tool here. So you can go into 2024, for example, in September, and you see, you can find out which hammocks been fighting and sharing the click across everyone. So for example, these 3 ASINs had the click share of 26% with a conversion rate of 7%, which is insane. And if you will be moving to December, in December, the click concentration was 26% with conversion rate 10%. And now we're moving towards May, where we're at right now while I'm creating this video. It's 2025, and we have these ASINs that I don't know why I don't see the pictures, probably the same ones, and the distribution is 22%, and conversion rate is 9.9. So market is satisfied, but this is where we can see the picture of the products that are being chosen the most, and you don't have to guess and go across so many tools to find out about this specifically. Now, we have pay-per-click understanding here as well, and you can see it all from just one app. And PPC bid goes from 1.82 to 4.48. And you can ask me, so how this is even useful, right? So what perspective can I have? So if the conversion rate of your listing, which we just find out is an average 10%, you can do the math. How many clicks do you need to convert one sale? And if the price of, which we've been looking like, so $179 or $89 makes sense and keep you profitable. And if it's not, then it's probably the product you should not be looking at. Now, index checker, that's the next part. So for example, we can grab a couple ASINs, and I can grab, let me just check. Get one ASIN from here, and I will enter this ASIN and I will do the search, right? So, and I can do the keyword here. Let's do hammock. And I can probably start doing search here. Actually, I added hammock with just one M. I'm sorry, I misspelled as well. So now I do search. So now what do I see here? I can see if this product, this specific one, is being ranked for this keyword. And now I see this product has been ranked on the page 1 with the location for the 24th spot. And sometimes it's also in a sponsored location for spot number 9. And we do have 22,500 results for this keyword, and with almost 500,000, almost close to 600,000 searches per month, with a purchase rate across actually all the other products with only 1.42%, but other 3 that we've been looking at, they have a very high purchase rate, which gives you already perspective that like there are some low-end players that you don't want to work, that you don't want to learn after. So you want to learn their mistakes, and you want to learn your the A players success stories. So you want to go after their success as well. Now you can look at the relevance check. So for example, you can add the ASIN. You can add several ASINs here as well. You can add the keyword. And again, I will add the keyword hammock. You can add different keywords to see if the relevance is even happening, because sometimes the products are being indexed for the wrong keywords, but at the same time, those keywords can be high intent or low intent for your purchase. And this is probably a lot of information. You will want to watch this video again, again, and again to understand and have a better perspective, because some information can be even contradicting when it comes to product research and validation. So now hammock for this keyword is apparently irrelevant. And now app is offering us very few or no products under the keyword are similar to your selected ASINs, not recommended to be ranked for this keyword. Interesting. Isn't it something that you have to look deeper and actually understand why app gives us this idea? And I can tell you, sometimes people are not purchasing a lot for the vague keyword, and they will go probably in this hammock with the stand for outdoor, hammock, a portable hammock, tree hammock, bamboo hammock, or something hammock, and those keywords probably will be more relevant and way better. And you can also create your list of the keywords, which you can build from, like, you can copy ASINs, you can analyze ASINs, and you can create your own list. So now if I will click analyze, or what will do product comparison, it will be happening based on the list you created here. You can export list, you can do URL builders if you need it. I don't use them much these days. However, we also have another place here. We have consumers insights. So if you will upload any of your lists here, you can analyze your consumers as well. So let's come back to Amazon page 1, and here is more information that is happening here. So because I was looking at the keyword hammock, I'm able to see what is going on across the market. So I have total results of 1,547. Now I have organic number of the products that are appearing on first 3 pages, which is 1,400, over 1,400 products. And you can tell me, how is that possible? So if you guys will pay attention, you will find out. Let me not click at anyone that is advertising. So I don't want to click at the sponsored campaign. So when I am going into one of the ASINs here, so what I am seeing products that will be advertised on this page. So I can discover other products. Now I have, and these products are listed right now. I see, based on your recent views, these products are also on this page, and I have 1 page out of 58. And if 58, I'm multiplying by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 multiply 58. I have probably, oh my God, 5 by 7, 350. So it's about 400, 500 results are just, if I will keep scrolling on this page, I will be finding out all these guys. Now deals on related products. So now Amazon released a new thing when you can see new releases and limited time deals for this product as well. And I have 3 pages of limited time deals on this one. So if you're driving traffic to your product, you have to be confident that your product is so strong that no one wants to take traffic and your client, because your client will be really in love with your specific product. So we have limited time deals for 3 pages, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 by 3 is 21 products. So we have 400 or like 500 plus 21. Plus we're scrolling down, and we will be able to probably see, compare with similar ones if it's not from the brand. And we have another comparison here, and now we have more brands, and now we have similar brands on Amazon. Here's like another 58 pages. And so this is why when we guys are looking on this page with the product and we're seeing the results of relevancy that we have 13 organic 1400 products or sponsored 1300 products, this is where it's coming from, is because we have a lot of other products that are being advertised on this page. And if you'll ask me what's supposed to be the actual number, you probably should be looking at something under the 100, because you don't want to have a lot of competitors of your product on your listing. So you want to be somewhere when you don't have that much competition going on. So we have here downloading the bullet points. We have open all listing pages. This thing I do not recommend you to do, because then all your tabs will be open unless you want to go through the Q&As and Rufus questions and everything else. Now, you can do consumers insights. This is something that is really useful. And that will lead you to Voc AI, things that I usually advertise and recommend everyone to use, because it does actually make sense, because this is where you're scraping consumers' insights and you're able to reverse engineer the listing, and you can reverse engineer the product and make your product way better. Now, you can also copy ASINs, all those that you've just been analyzing, and then you can click Analyze, and you can do Generate as is, or you can and it's been completed that fast, and you can go and click and see what is going on. So you're able to see the sample size at 59. You have top 10 ASINs, you have their BSR, you can also check last 12 month or last 6 month, and those are your filters. Now you can see the average product volume, gross margins, product weight, and now the biggest part, you can also go and check market demand and trends. So there is really a lot of data to explore, and we also have market sales and trends. We have listing concentration, and you're like, oh, let me see what was happening, who's concentration, like which ASIN is actually winning and why. So you're able to take a look, and you can go literally ASIN by ASIN by ASIN. On the left side, you have sales, and you're like, okay, this ASIN is selling at 10,000 units a month, and those ones are not selling much. And we can actually tell these listings, they do have very bad presence, and they don't even look good. Of course, they don't have much sales, but you have to kind of look at the listings that are making around, what is here, around 1,000 sales a month, right? So we don't really want to look at those that are not making anything. Even this horrible one is making $25,000. And the beauty of this app is that when you are going over listing concentration and market analysis, you're literally able to see the leaders. For example, at this moment, we're looking at 59 of them, and you're able to see where you can position your listing. So for example, this one, if you look at the gray screen, we see monthly sales is 512 with monthly revenue of 61,000. And this guy is selling at $119 with only 152 reviews, which is not a lot. So this is where you can kind of find the spot to understand for yourself if this is something you even can / won't do, or you're not. Now, brand concentration, same thing goes here. Then seller concentration, same things goes here. So this is where you can analyze those. Now, important part where we want to understand where is the how the fulfillment distribution work. If it's actually primarily FBA or FBM, or Amazon is selling itself, and sometimes it's unknown, but it's just like 3 to 5%. Generally speaking, this is where you're looking at. If you're planning to sell FBA and everyone is selling FBM, that will be a red flag for you. But if it's an opposite, you are looking at this is a very healthy proportion. A+ content, it's good to know if your competitors are utilizing the power of A+ content. As a reminder, if you want to boost your sales and you're like, oh, I don't have a budget for A+ content, should I do it or should I not? You will increase your sales approximately by 8 to 10% if you do have A+ content. Now, origin of seller, this is great thing to know, because if it's a saturation of overseas sellers. This is not probably where you want to go. And origin of seller for this product, for example, is primarily China versus United States is 25 sellers. So we have 32 sellers that are making approximately 55,000 sales. And we have 25 sellers that are making 44,000 sales. So it's kind of 50-50. And there is also Hong Kong, which is just 2 products, and they are making 7,700 sales. So these guys are making 7% of sales as the aggregate of sales, which is like really not bad. Then you have launch time. This is where you can actually analyze and understand what is the saturation of new sellers versus established sellers, and if they're even be able to be successful. For the past 6 months, you have 5 sellers that made total of 5,000 sales, and you have established sellers that are pushing about 80,000 sales per month, and in units, right? And those sellers are probably really, really established, and this number is actually going up. So they will make, of course, more because we're going into the summer season. So same thing with the launch time trends. When this product was like 2002, probably when Amazon was just like in the very, very beginning stages. And now we're moving forward, and we have launch time trends. We had 10 new launches. We have 5, 5, 5, 5, so which is actually not that bad. There is not a lot of launches happening consistently. Now we have ratings. So how many sellers have under 50 ratings? How many sellers have under 100 ratings? How many of them have above 500 ratings? And it's 31. But again, 500, above 500, it doesn't mean 501. If some of them can probably have 13,000 or 30,000. So we don't want to fight with these guys, right, and compete with those. But at the same time, we always are able to see the proportion. Then you're able to see the rating distribution in between 3.5 to 4.5. So if you're planning to sell in supplements or skincare, this rating will be on the lower side. But if this rating on the higher side, you're already understand where you're going into, and you understand if you actually want to, if you'll be able to make this product better and get into the good amount of positive reviews, right? Because this is where, like, can I do the product that will be better than my competitors already? But if those, if most of your products are selling at like 4.9 and up, you really have to look into the customer's insights to be able to understand if you can make it even better than market already has on the market. So now, and the price point, this is something I'm always trying to get your guys' attention. I hate to sell cheap products, and I do want everyone to sell only products where they will make money. Not just because they're expensive, but it's the products that will help you to make more money on Amazon. And you can see that not a lot of sellers are selling something cheap. Most of them are starting at $75 and up, which means now you have to work on product development and work with your supplier to have it cheaper, because we also are facing potential tariffs as of right now. I hope this overview was useful for most of you guys, and you will be able to use this tool. Again, link for 30 days free. It's a little bit confusing how to use this coupon code, but it's at the same time very intuitive. You have to click under the link below. You have to follow the intuitive instructions. You will see the coupon code that you will have to apply. It's individual to every single one of you. And then you will have 30 days for free. And then at the end, it will cost you something like $20 a month, which is like super, super cheap. So none of you guys will ever have to struggle with which tool should I use to validate my product, to see the sales, to get all the insights. And there is way more insights if you will go inside of the app, but probably I'll create another video about that later. And there is way, way more potential inside of the web app. It's everything we just reviewed now. It's only the extension. And don't forget to sign up for my newsletter, ecomproductfinders.com, and you will get weekly insights about product research, validation, and development. Isabella reads, and I'll see you guys around. Bye.